3 haunted house receipts, real witnesses, real records. Decide what happened. Tonight, 3 famous cases with documents, dated notes, and first-hand testimony on record. No jump scare fluff, only what was written, signed, or filmed at the time. Most haunted stories recycle rumors. We'll flag legends and show where receipts exist. Police mentions, newspapers, and sworn statements, then you call it paranormal, fraud, or misread natural events. 1977, Enfield, North London. A family said loud knocks echoed through the night, furniture shifted, and voices answered questions in their council house. Neighbors reported disturbances, and reporters crowded the street. A police constable visited and later signed a statement saying a chair appeared to move several feet without clear cause. Investigators from a psychical research group logged dozens of incidents, bangs, tossed marbles, and voices caught on tape. Skeptics pointed to pranks and ventriloquism, noting that some photographs and moments could be staged. But Enfield remains one of the most documented poltergeist files of the era. Years later, witnesses revisited the events on television, keeping the debate alive. Now to Harrisville, Rhode Island, the farmhouse that inspired a blockbuster film. In the early 1970s, the Perron family described apparitions in old-fashioned dress, beds tugged at night, and unexplainable knocks that traveled through walls. They kept notes, told clergy, and endured years before moving on. Decades later, the property opened for tours and overnight investigations, and guests, reporters included, have described odd sounds and doors moving on their own. Those accounts are reports, not proof, but they recur across independent visits. Key point: the history of the house is well documented. The events are reported by witnesses. Physical evidence is limited. So we log this one as a cluster of consistent testimonies with an open question at the center. Want more cases presented with on-screen receipts and clear labels? Subscribe for documented deep dives nightly. Case 3, Gary, Indiana, 2011 into 2012. LaToya Ammons and her family reported severe disturbances, footsteps, voices, and medical episodes after moving into a rental home. This file generated the most paperwork. Police-run sheets, social service notes, and references to visits by medical staff and clergy. A property owner and officers described unusual scenes in their reports, and a chaplain later noted rites performed for the family. The story later inspired a documentary and a dramatized film, but dramatization is not evidence, so we separate media from the original documents. Bottom line, multiple agencies touch the case, signatures exist, and conclusions differ. Some point to stress, environmental factors, and suggestion, others to something they could not explain. Across all 3, receipts show that people documented what they said they experienced. Authorities logged calls or visits, and newsrooms archived the claims. That is proof of recorded encounters, not scientific proof of ghosts. It's the difference between "it happened to me" and "we measured a cause." So if you lived there, would you stay another night? Which case felt most credible, and what detail tipped you? Comment "case file" if you want a line-by-line breakdown with key documents on screen. Subscribe for our next episode, Cursed Objects, Proven History versus Paranormal Claims.